Hello, and welcome to our first podcast.
First ever.
First one, man.
Rox
How do you feel?
TV.
How do you feel?
Hashtag blessed, man.
Hashtag blessed.
Feeling it.
24 Karat Magic.
Oh, copyright. There are other songs available by Bruno Mars. Yeah, it's pretty good. We're here to talk about music stuff. We're here to talk about music people.
Yes.
Some
News.
songs, news, controversial opinions.
You got it.
It's all here. Funky hairdos.
I don't know what controversial opinions you're on about.
Yeah, you know exactly what we're talking about. But we're going to be getting onto that later.
Yeah.
This is Rox. Are we Rox TV? We still need to kind of discuss what we can call it.
We are Rox TV. We
It's
just don't know we're Rox TV.
We're
yet.
Rox TV, and it's brought to you by Rox Music Academy. My
Hell
name's
yeah.
Andy.
I'm Will.
That's the formal
That's
introductions
my
out of the
name.
way.
Yeah,
That is
the
your
formalities.
name.
The formalities are done.
It's done. Easy. So, like I say, we are here to talk about all kinds of different things, all time.
Yeah, awesome.
All things to do music, all things to do rock and roll, or not rock and roll necessarily. No. No. Oh, metal.
I think we should just sing the whole podcast. That'd be great.
Welcome to Rox TV.
Okay,
There we go.
maybe not.
Cool. So yeah, we're here to talk about all kinds of things. So we're going to start us off with first thing today is I'm just gonna shout at you.
Why?
Because
Why?
you've got this thing where... So everyone knows who the Beatles are. And at the time of recording, there's this film called Yesterday where a guy wakes up, he's in a car accident.
I've seen the trailer for this, yeah.
Yeah. So
okay.
he wakes up, he's in a car accident, he's been knocked on the head, and for some reason he's woke up in parallel universe?
I think he's been I think it's like a different universe or
I
something.
haven't actually seen the film yet.
Yeah.
Heard it's good. But basically he wakes up in a world where the Beatles didn't exist.
Yeah, and he writes all the songs,
And
right?
so he comes along and he does that thing where
But
he
here's
just
the thing.
steals it all.
Ed Sheeran's in it.
Ed Sheeran's in it. Apparently he plays like quite a big role
And he's
in it
like,
as well.
I think in the trailer I saw something like, he's like, hey, try like, hey dude.
Hey dude, yeah.
Instead of hey Jude.
Nah. Ed Sheeran.
No.
I love ya.
But you're wrong.
Stop that.
Yeah.
Stop trying to fix the best stuff. Anyway, but you've come along and you've kind of said that you don't like the Beatles.
Okay, so here's the thing, right?
Beatles.
Okay, so let me get one thing clear. First of all,
I hate the Beatles.
it's
That's
not-
what you're going to
no,
say.
it's
You're going
not-
to come along and be like, I hate the Beatles.
it's not that I hate the Beatles. I appreciate what they did for music, and I think that I thank you for doing that. But like, I'm just saying that in today's like musical climate, almost, it just would suck. It just would.
No.
Could you imagine like bringing in like a synth now and just getting like high on LSD and just smashing the hell out of it, and then like the producer being like, yo, that is sick, like, yeah, let's cut it. Paul McCartney, thank you very much.
I don't think you understand what you're saying. I don't think.
I do.
No,
I think
no. Because any musician worth his salt understands that the Beatles...
But I'm not saying... I'm not...
No. Shush. The Beatles... Now, I like other kinds of music. We both like to consider ourselves quite eclectic. We know
Sure.
what we like. We know what we don't like.
Yeah.
The Beatles founded modern music. They took all that rock and like all that blues kind of stuff that was going on before, and they changed it. And not only that, they were four poor blokes from Liverpool.
Yeah.
Right, mate. I've got some songs that I want to write, and it's going to be great.
Right there. Right on the refrigerator.
You know what? I'm gonna put it right here. Right on the refrigerator.
And they changed it. They came along. They were the first original boy band. All that One Direction stuff. All like everything. Like any boy band owes their success. Any musician today owes their success to the Beatles. They modernised the music industry, and they did a lot of things that were new, good.
So this is the thing.
One of the big British Invasion, one of the biggest bands to actually start breaking into America. We got that international billboard.
I understand that. But that's not the problem. Like the historical impact they made. Cool. good job.
Yeah.
Like, well done. Absolutely amazing. Your songs are crap, though.
No.
Like
Listen, you can't say the songs are crap if they're the first songs to break internationally.
No, but
you
just
can't
because
say,
they were good, just because they were considered good at the time, it doesn't.
But there's no you're adding in at the time.
No, but music.
You're adding in at the time,
bro. Music has advanced now.
Yeah,
like there's like literally there's
but-
subgenres of subgenres.
Yeah, obviously.
So like.
But there was subgenres of subgenres before. There was jazz. There was the hippity hop. There was the jippity jop.
No, there
and then
wasn't.
the foxtrot and all the rest. There was all kinds of different
There
kinds.
wasn't, no.
Blues jazz, Latin jazz, all that kind of stuff. There's always been 1,000,001 different types of music.
I'm not. Yeah.
So
right.
there's just the types of music has evolved.
They were popular at the time because no one had heard of it, right? Like nobody was doing what they were doing, right?
Exactly.
Right, but now now that's like a different thing.
Yeah, but you can't
because
say,
there've been thousands of artists since then.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that the Beatles, just because they were the first and now they are not the first, like now they're not the only ones. It means it diminishes their songwriting quality. The whole thing about the Beatles is that,
guys,
like, no.
come on.
Listen. Hold the fudge on.
Yes, watch your profanity.
Because what you're saying is that
is the dead of night.
you're singing Blackbird,
Like,
one of
it's-
the most iconic guitar riffs
it's just
ever.
like, thing is, right? So imagine yourself, you're at a gig, right? They play Helter Skelter, and you're like, yeah, you're going up, and then they play Blackbird.
Yeah, but
and then
no,
you're
but
like,
that's obviously you're talking about different things now. You're talking about like set structure, and that's like saying like
I'm just saying,
in a world where Baby Shark can be number one,
yeah.
the Beatles came along and like it's just
No, so like I'm not saying that like they were good at the time. They were good at the time.
But it's not
They
just
are-
about
they're-
at the time. You keep adding in at the time.
Yeah, because
No,
now there's been thousands of artists.
Yeah, but-
who have taken what they've done and changed that path completely.
Yeah, but
so would you say that it's dated? Would you say the Beatles are dated?
Oh, well, no, you can
The
argue that
songwriting
any music
structures
is
are dated, man.
No, but you can say that any. What do you mean the song structures are dated? Just
Well,
because
like
they follow
they-
a typical format.
They didn't do a typical format that everyone thinks they did. They're like hits that are like, they're typical like songwriting format. No, if you listen to the B-sides, it's just absolute gibberish.
But you talk about like that's the same with any band. Like if you listen to some of the songs
Incorrect.
of Ed Sheeran, what?
Incorrect.
No,
Literally, Ed Sheeran, like
So
Ed Sheeran's
you-
album, the entire album was number one.
his most recent.
Right?
Yeah, so but when his first album came out, he had like 3 songs off it that made it to the typical chart. So, but that's
Right.
exactly the same as the Beatles. Not every song is going to be an absolute storming banger, but as soon as you put Hey Jude on, the whole crowd goes absolutely mental.
Listen, right,
Hey
we've all
Jude-
been there where we've had a couple of beers and we're all singing Hey Jude, like that's
Couple
a
of JD
thing.
cakes, yeah.
But I'm just saying that if any Beatles song dropped now, like off an unknown artist, it would just get under the radar completely. It would not survive in today's like.
But that's because the Beatles have like.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I don't. It's like I'm just saying that like I have never like turned on a Beatles tune and been like, what a banger.
That's wrong. That is.
Is this an
false.
opinion? Is
No,
this an opinion?
Yeah, but that opinion, I'm going to take it, put it in the bin. Stop it. Stop that opinion because it's wrong. Because you look at stuff like, I mean, not even just like the big ones like Hey Jude and all the rest. You look at stuff off Sgt. Pepper, like Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, and all the rest, like White Album and all these other things.
I think that they reinvented themselves too much. I think that's what it is.
I
I think that's why I don't like them because
but their
the thing
musical
is-
career
but-
spanned decades. You can't do the same thing.
No,
you look
and
at bands like Bring Me, who have had a 1 decade kind of thing, and when
Yeah,
1 decade career, and you look at their music now, and they look at new music back when they started, completely different. So you can't say that someone who had a career was
that's
spanning
one
as long as the Beatles.
But that's one transition.
Yeah.
Bring Me was one transition.
You could argue, but
Lady Gaga was one transition.
yeah, but these people have got they need different sounds, different albums,
Which is
'cause-
cool, which is fine, and you do have to bear in
But we're
mind that-
talking about a career that has now spanned something like 60, 70 years.
which is cool.
Paul McCartney's still making music.
Right, but I'm just saying that, like
Ringo's-
you can't deny, you
started
can't sit
doing
there,
something.
you can't sit there and literally say to me that you've listened to every Beatles tune and said like, oh, it's absolute scorcher.
I'm not saying I've listened to every Beatles tune ever, because
like
there's
everyone,
stuff that...
like, and I've got this thing that anyone who says that they don't like the Beatles, they're like not allowed to not like the Beatles.
I knew this was going to come up because you've made it as
Like
it's
people
not-
stop
you're not-
you from not liking the Beatles.
No.
And that's lame. It's an opinion, and I'm not saying that they haven't denied. I'm not denying that they haven't paved the way for modern music. They absolutely did that. But I'm just saying, like the songs at the songs that they did back then. They're just garbage now.
No, but they're not.
Because it's just because there's literally
So
there's a
what is your
plethora.
reasoning?
There's a plethora of music now. There's like endless supply of music now.
A plethora,
There
as you say, of music
but there was a
before.
global attraction to them.
Yeah, because it was something new and different.
Right,
but it's exactly the same as like Post Malone. And
no, it's not.
It is because
because fans of Post Malone also would like Billie Eilish.
Yeah,
So
but
it
no.
stems off into like other people.
Yeah,
but
but yeah.
Beatles were the focal point at that point. Like
Yeah,
no,
because nothing.
else
It's
was big at
hard.
the time.
So the problem we have,
that's so subjective
today. Yeah, listen. So the problem we have today is that it's easy to make something new and experimental. It's Billie Eilish has come along and done the all that kind of stuff. She's doing all that kind of stuff, and it's new and it's different. It's why she's taken off and she's doing really well.
Yeah.
All the more credit to her. Fair play. Some of her tunes are absolute bangers. Yeah. And she's the focal point for that. But that kind of music isn't necessarily new. So she hasn't come along and reinvented the wheel.
That's not what I'm saying.
No, but what I'm
That's
saying
not what I
is
expect from new artists.
yeah, but what we're
But what my problem is that like people are you like get your Spotify out, bro.
I'm not getting my Spotify out because
Get your Spotify out.
can't-
Tell me there's a Beatles tune on there.
I can't because
There isn't. There isn't, man. Everyone like you can respect. So this is my thing. La 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 la. Right. What I'm saying is that I respect them like immensely. They paved the way for modern music. But the bottom line is that like in my opinion, compared to what has been written since the Beatles. It would be trash now.
No,
So
listen. So the what attracted everyone to the Beatles was not only the fact that it was four guys and they've come along and they've invented this. Well, they've pioneered this new type of music, this stuff that's allowed young people to express themselves in a more freeing kind of way in a time where everything was supposed to be a lot more conservative. So they've come along and been like, no, we're breaking the mold in a certain way. Not only that though, it's the simplicity of the songs. If they came in and were exactly the same as what, but they did like the Dream Theater-esque 13-minute rock orchestra kind of stuff, obviously it wouldn't have gone down well because it's stuff that people want to dance to. So that's what's pioneered pop music all the way. It's the simplicity of it and it's the catchiness of it. It's why people liked Baby Shark and stuff like that. It's because it's a catchy tune.
But okay, so answer me this then. Why is there such like a 50-50 split on Oasis?
Oasis
literally did the same thing. Oasis literally took the
that's
structures
exactly what they
of
did.
people like off the Beatles.
Exactly. That's my.
But still, people hate Oasis.
Yeah, but some people hate anyone.
And I hate the Beatles.
Yeah, it's just. But no, I'm not saying that your opinion is wrong, except I am because it's wrong. So to not like the Beatles is like saying I don't like pop music. Because every piece.
But pop music is. Would you say that pop music is like what is popular at that moment in time?
Yes, but
because hold on, Uptown Funk is a funk tune.
Yep.
It's still in the category of pop though. So how the hell does that work?
No, but it's just because it's popular. It doesn't mean
right. So no, popular music. That's what it is. It's popular music.
Yeah.
So of course the Beatles were pop music back in day. I'm just saying, like now they'd probably be in not so good music.
No, that's not the way it works. So what would
would you say they've got some bangers?
The Beatles,
hands down.
Absolutely.
Name me 3 bangers of their tune, and I'll see if I agree with you.
Hey Jude, it's that one. Nah, at the end of the wedding. Nah.
All right, well,
everyone, you can just loop that for years.
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
Next one.
How about
Next one. Go.
Listen.
Give me another banger. Go.
Oh, God. stuff like you got Hellscour. That riff is do 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 boo do 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 do.
Okay. Yeah, that's there. Next one.
And then you've got the come together right now over me.
No,
Absolute banger.
I
Like
just
you can
don't-
jam to that all day. That's what it's all about.
Alright, well.
It's like what we're talking about is simple riffs that are played in a certain way that makes it sound complicated. I mean, that's more towards their kind of mid to late stuff. You talk about back in the USSR, like we're talking about like the early, really simple stuff, the stuff that broke them out there.
I understand
And
this.
then-
I understand this is somewhat controversial. I get that.
I mean, it's
but I just think that when someone doesn't like the Beatles, they're like, "How can you not like the Beatles?" It's like because it's trash.
no, but I
In
think
today's music, it's just trash.
no, but
There's so much to listen to now.
There's stuff that you
There's
can
literally
trace.
so much
No,
to listen to.
so with the music you've got today, you can trace that back to its origin point of the Beatles, or at least.
That's not my art. That's not a problem.
No, but so what you're saying is by not liking the Beatles, you could argue that you don't like anything today.
That's absolute no.
Why?
Just because
Why?
I don't.
Why?
Because my Louis Vuitton. Just because I don't like what they did then. So that means I'm not entitled to like what they.
No,
Just because they pay that way. No.
No, absolutely. But what we're saying is that, in my opinion,
They had some bangers. All right.
No,
that's cool.
they
It's
didn't
your
have some
opinion.
bangers. It's just that you can trade. No, they did have some bangers, obviously, but that's not the point I'm making.
All right,
the point I'm
well.
making is that you need to like the Beatles because I said so.
Okay, cool.
That's-
Well, anyway, speaking of bangers, I want to plug this one band who I saw in.
Hashtag local music.
Yeah, I saw in Birmingham Saturday, I think it was. And they're a band called Hyde Project. They've got this kind of like 1975 kind of that weird production stuff that I really like vibe going on about them. Yeah, and it was actually they were supporting a band called As December Falls, and their set was just amazing. It was just sounded really, really cool. So I'd like to plug them. This is Hyde Project, The Hound.
Follows where I run, finds me when I hide. They're always in my head, toward my fragile mind. He knows just where I stand and sits not far behind. I question every thought, what is truth and what is lies. Scared to open up in case the pipe might bleed me dry. Savor every breath, cherish every high. This is where I dream, but never close my eyes. This dream has got a scheme, this dream has got a lie. I step out in the light, but the shadow isn't mine. Well, this is why I live, and this is why I breathe. I wanna put a stop to this life of make-believe, but I hear him at the door, the sound he never sleeps. Follows where I run, finds me when I hide. Pause, rewind, repeat, come in and meet my Mr. Hyde. I've let him set the pace, I guess I'm here for the ride. So question every thought, what is truth and where you lied. He's scared to open up, to let the demons loose outside. Savor every breath, cherish every high. Savor every breath, cherish every high. So this is where I dream. close my eyes. This dream has got a scheme, this dream has got a lie. I step out in the light, but the shadow isn't mine. Well, this is why I live, and this is why I breathe. I wanna put a stop to this life of make-believe, but I hear him at the door, this sound he never sleeps.
That was really cool. Sounding good. I like it.
I do really like that tune, actually. I think they said that was a bit more on their heavier side. It's not metal, but
I just like doing that
Yeah.
when I can.
metal.
It's like proper Jack Black.
Jack Black. Oh, they did the Rock and Ring the other day, didn't they? Tenacious D.
Oh, yeah.
I think they did. Or I wouldn't say it's the other day, but they did it this year.
One of the things that did ruin Tenacious D a little bit for me, like, recently, is, like, no, I love Jack Black and I love Carl Gass and all the rest, and the two of them together obviously make an incredible duo.
Yeah.
But, so, you know, I can't remember what it's called now, though. The
Macedon.
Yeah,
Macedon. Is it Macedon?
No, that's the band.
No, not Macedon. Master Blaster. Master Blaster, isn't it?
No, isn't that Stevie Wonder tune? I can't remember. Yeah, but it's the one from Pig of Destiny.
They're gonna be like, why does this dude have an opinion on any music?
Yeah, because he's just anyway. It's the one from Pig of Destiny. He's like, I do not need.
Yeah, I swear it's Master Blaster.
A microphone.
A microphone.
No, but at the beginning of this of that tune, he's got like this epic, massive like rock scream, proper typical Jack Black, like wow kind of thing, and it goes on for ages, super high, super long, and he doesn't do it live. I mean, it's a hard note to sing, but that whole song they do to backing track, so he doesn't do it with the microphone.
So here's my thing.
And I was like, I love you, Jack Black, so freaking much, and you probably can do that live. But I was like, I just really wanted to see you do it live.
Here's my thing. I'm not really too fussed about people not doing things live. Dirty Loops is a big one. Dirty Loops is a big one because that. Hit Me tune.
Yeah.
At the end, he makes this big thing about this run, and he just. I mean, he doesn't do it.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but I think that's more just because
some things are in the moment studio stuff. And that's cool.
Absolutely. But I think that because Jack Black is Jack Black, I just think that, to be fair, I think it's more of a case of it's for the show. Like for a live show, that whole song is meant to be unplugged, like no mic. I'm supposed to be like so powerful and godlike.
Yeah,
I don't
when you're
need
a rock and
microphone.
ring, it's just like
and I mean, I don't even know because they did like apparently they did a follow up to the Pick of Destiny, and it was a short film that they only did live, and so it was like Pick of Destiny 2.
But what they do is they do almost like a theatrical thing, and on Beelzebub. They have done but they have done shows where the devil does come out. But recently on this Rock and Ring performance, it's the guitarist, and they're kind of interacting with the guitarist, and like it's pretty cool. I do like it. I think I would like to see them. Definitely, I think that would be cool.
I'll definitely go see Tenacious D.
Yeah.
The fact that I haven't yet is a bit of a travesty. There's so many bands on the list that I need to get in. Just because I haven't seen so many bands that are just... Because obviously, everyone who knows me knows that I'm the old Michael Bublé fan. There's the... What we'll learn over the course of these
Did
podcasts
you see Michael
is...
Bublé?
Yes, live. 2014 was fantastic.
Do you remember the time?
Yes, I do. What you'll learn about me and Will is, despite the fact being actually blood related and brothers, that we are two very much polar opposite ends of the spectrum. Is that we do have that crossover point. Yeah, we have that crossover point of like. Yeah, we like the kind of some of the classical rock stuff, some of the, like your AC/DC, Tenacious D stuff. We can jam to that if we want to, but when it comes to actual music taste, you very much got your...
Go on, say it.
What would you describe your music taste as?
I don't know. I like a bit of like... I'm really big on like trap at the moment. Everyone who is listening that literally just heard me say they hate the Beatles and now I've just said they like trap, like people are like people are rolling in their graves.
You're not entitled to
but
music.
it's one of those things that you know it's not great. But when you get past that point, when you realise it's not super like artistic, like uber musician, like, and you just want to listen to it. It's cool.
I think you appreciate from a production.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a lot of cool stuff going on.
Yeah.
In some stuff, obviously, some stuff is a bit wasted. And,
So
and then I like the kind of opposite end of the spectrum on that as well. Is like I just love modern metal, man. I love modern metal. Not too much. But like,
it's got to have a good drop.
I love Beartooth and love While She Sleeps. Love Architects. I saw Architects early this year, and they were crazy, man.
Yeah.
I think that like their production, their like live production, they had like so many like lights, and they had this really emotional thing dedicated to Tom, and it was just. It was a spectacular show.
Yeah, it's always good when the production makes it worth your while. I remember
totally. I think that especially in like that kind of scene, almost, it's quite rare that bands have that kind of level of stuff going on. I mean, like Bring Me do it quite well.
Well, they're a big band. They're international kind of thing.
Well, I'd say so. So Architects, I'd probably say they're probably on par or almost in my opinion, anyway. But. Yeah, Bring Me have got like a crazy production as well, but I don't know. Like it was really really nice. It was at the it was in Manchester. What's that venue? Oh, I've completely forgotten.
Nope, no idea.
It's not. I think it's like the O2 something.
O2 Arena, Manchester.
I don't know. Someone will probably say in the comments or something.
Yeah, someone will be like,
it's that venue, stupid.
Yeah,
but it was based in Manchester, and it was just so awesome. And we were at the front as well, so that's cool.
But then, so you've got your modern metal, your trap, and your that kind of production.
I've got this weird thing recently for like 90s R&B too.
Yeah, exactly. So you're talking about my remix to Ignition, that kind of.
Who sang that?
Nelly.
I think Nelly. Let's assume it was Nelly.
Nelly. Again, if we're wrong, just put it in the comments.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to set up like a "you're wrong" thing where it's just comment the stuff we get wrong. Yeah. Wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong. Anyway, but then
though.
my kind of music taste, we're talking more about because I've always brought up. I talk about Michael Bublé.
This is the thing, though. We actually grew up on the same music.
Well, yeah, we both started learning to play guitar at the same time.
Whenever his iPod broke, or anything like that, or like he got a new one, he just passed it down. And I wouldn't bother adding any new tunes.
So it's always just like it's not like
you used to love Sean Paul, man. You love Sean Paul way too much.
Oh, but
what is that?
That's not Sean Paul.
Oh, it's not.
No.
But you love that song too.
That was an absolute banger. God, there's so many songs. That's not Sean Paul. That is. I can't remember. Someone's gonna have to add that into the comments as well.
Yeah.
We're gonna write a list of what you need to answer for us, and then.
Yeah.
Thank you, dear listener / viewer.
Go on. You were saying about your music taste.
So in terms of my music taste, I've definitely, I think, developed more onto the kind of jazzy kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, even when you talk about stuff like Dirty Loops.
That's kind of different. That's kind of like a fusion thing, though, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's more kind of like
they've got that pop
poppy jazzy fusion kind of stuff.
Can we please?
Yeah.
Really quickly.
The new track.
Really quickly. Let's just talk about a new track.
I don't think it's a good song, but their playing in it is
Really?
just... Yeah, I mean, like, and we can make this, but I like it. That's the riff. That's the hook.
That drummer, dude.
Everyone talks about the drum solo, and
Oh
it is
my
just
God.
unreal. It's like that.
I actually liked that in this one. I mean, I haven't seen too much on Dirty Loops, but I really, really liked that it was a bit more keys focused.
Yeah, well, because
There was a key solo in it or something, wasn't there?
Yeah, like there's this really cool kind of. Well, it's not even keys; it's like a proper piano.
In between chords and stuff.
Yeah, and then the way they progress it is really cool. The only thing
that's
I'm a
awesome.
bit little like I can't remember seeing too much of a bass solo in there, and when he's rocking this like full, I'm pretty sure like it's an 8-string, like it's a wedge of wood on the neck. It is like he might as well just
I
be
think
playing.
it's a 6.
Yeah, like
from what I remember, I think it's
I
a 6.
can't remember what he's rocking, but it is huge thing, and I would have liked to see like this cool kind of funky slappy kind of thing. But again, I like the drum focus they had on there, like some of the metric modulation stuff.
Oh yeah, they actually at that point when you're that good a musician, it's kind of hard to.
But that's the thing as well. You watch the video and it's like, well, he's not even having to think about that.
You almost kind of want to give up.
Yeah, he's kind of want to go. Well,
I can't be that good.
There's no point.
Yeah.
It's like just whatever. But then, so in terms of my music taste, it's definitely more of a. I think I'm definitely a bit more pop orientated in terms of I appreciate, because as being a vocalist myself, I do like a good vocal technical ability, and then anything that I can just kind of bop along to is kind of stuff. I mean, I do like some of the more recent Brigby stuff. I mean, stuff like Mantra and Mother Tongue and all that kind of stuff. I am rocking off the new albums. Like Polyphia as well. I'm getting on that kind of stuff.
Those guys are so funny.
What's the one that you showed me the other day? And I was like, yeah, I'm about this.
It was a new one, wasn't it?
It was something
Oh, Emarosa.
Emarosa, thank you. I couldn't remember the name.
They've gone like a bit funky, haven't they?
Yeah, but I'm about that.
That new album
that
is
kind of stuff.
popping.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. I'm like, I'm
I've
about
actually got a
this.
sick track for us to listen to that I think you'll appreciate. I stumbled across this band not too long ago called Zhivago. And you're quite good mates with Dan, aren't you? We both are actually. I love Dan. I love Dan so much. Who's the vocalist, and he's great. They've got
music.
Yeah, they've got that kind of vibe going on.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like I think it's more rock kind of based. Like, I don't want to use the term indie rock because that instantly creates. Yeah, but that like as soon as someone says indie rock, I always instantly think of like the Kooks or Scouting for Girls and all that kind of stuff, which isn't even really rock. But as soon as someone says indie rock, those kind of bands kind of conjure to mind. But Zhivago do something quite a bit different.
Yeah,
they really like to plug.
Them.
They really like. I don't know. It's a bit of a different. Just kind
it's
of
refreshing.
Experience. Yeah,
it's definitely refreshing to listen to.
Yeah, it's hard to describe. They've got some good kind of like guitar-based riffs, and it's all really popping stuff. And this is not their new song, but this is a song of theirs.
Yeah, it's called This City. So check this out.
Woo!
Skyline of hopes and dreams. This place that you brought me to. The doors are locked, you hold the keys. I'm in love with this city. These people have given me a home. I'm in love with this city. This feeling I won't let go. I'm in love with this city. Leave the life that I once knew. I'm in love with
Cool. Okay, so we are running low on things to talk about now.
I think we are, yeah.
We're gonna put a pin in that for now. We're gonna end it there, guys. Thank you very much for coming in and listening to us talk absolute nonsense for the last 30 minutes, 45 minutes.
Yeah, we're really excited for the next one as well. We've got some absolute bangers to do.
Our plan is to keep this bi-weekly kind of event, so it's going to be every 2 weeks, coming at you on a Friday afternoon.
We might even do one weekly. Depending on how we feel. If
you like it enough, we'll do more. But it all depends on how much you guys help us out. So if you could drop us a like on whatever service you're watching it on, we're going to put it on all the podcast services that we can afford, all the video places we can afford.
In fact, actually, this is just an ad campaign for
just
a Kickstarter fund. So
just give us all of your money all the time. So please share it with who you think will do it.
Share it with your nan. Share it with your dog.
Your dog.
Cats. Hamsters.
Yep, anyone. We're going to call it there, guys. Thank you very much for popping in. This has been Rox TV. See you soon.